Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Can y'all hear me? Hold on. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Okay. You here. And I press it. Okay, we back. Y'all can hear me? Okay, hold on. Now how you get back on, Bobby? Lord have mercy. Jesus, fix the wheel. Okay, I sent it to you. Now, Bobby, how you get back on? Okay, approve. Send. Y'all, I'm learning something today. I feel like somebody 18. Woo!
I can't do double laugh. Oh my goodness.
Oh, y'all, I'm sorry.
Oh, I can't do double
Oh,
laugh.
I done got flushed.
Yes,
It's
Monica, she
okay.
got this. Yes, I like Monica said, you got this. I like that
Woo,
one.
okay.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Positive reinforcement. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay. Because somehow I deleted that one, but
Okay.
let them know who you are
Okay.
so we can jump right back into
Um,
it.
Apostle Bobby Stapleton here. We're talking about mental health. We're talking about faith-based mental health. If you want to just, I guess, put it like that. Been doing marriage counseling, marriage and family counseling 5 years now. Been pastoring 17 to 18 years. Been preaching 22 years. So I'm also from the belief of you need Jesus and you need a counselor. Those two go hand in hand. So yes, yes.
Okay, and those that don't know, my name is Markeisha Thomas. I am doing this for my mental health awareness platform. I am currently 2025 Miss Hines County Plus America.
Ooh,
Woo,
yes,
woo.
yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
okay, and I am doing this to help bring awareness to you guys, because we need it.
Absolutely.
And like I said, I was the one that fought going to counseling.
Hmm.
Like me versus me. I was the person that did that. And I feel like you guys need to know it's okay. We living in a day and age where therapy probably is a must, especially since the pandemic. So I remember on the last one, and I do apologize, y'all. I did delete that one. On the last one, by mistake, we talked about how people can be so frustrated and they lash out on people. And at that time, if it keeps going, maybe they do need to go to counseling.
Hmm.
I feel like going to counseling is good because they're not biased to what you got going on.
Or should be.
Versus if I'm having an issue with the sibling, going to my mother won't work. Because in the end, I'm going to feel like she might be choosing her side over mine.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's how that goes. But we are talking about God and faith based therapy. And like you said, also in the Bible, they had different mental health issues in the Bible as early as that, way before we were born.
Absolutely.
And God fixed that. So it's
Absolutely.
okay that you have that, and it's okay that you're going through things. But where it's an issue is when you don't want to get help.
Uh,
You okay? You content with it. So, and like I said, anybody that know me, prior to now, I'm quiet now and I'm calm now, but I definitely was not that person,
oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
baby. There
And
were.
I was the person I didn't, and I tell people, and it just I can be quite transparent. I just really mm, quickly changed it. I didn't have a middle. I had 1,000 up and I had a zero down. And so I didn't have a middle. I can be on zero down and you make me mad, and I don't go to 100. I don't go to 200. I went way to 1,000, sometimes 10,000. And so I had to develop a middle ground for myself, because I like to be in control. That can be a bad thing, but is also a good thing. I don't like anything to control me. My anger, I don't like it to control me. My depression, I don't like it to control me. My even my happiness, I don't like it to control me. None of that. I like to be in control. So if somebody make you that angry, where you're going from zero to 1,000, that means you don't have control over yourself. That person have more control over you than you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those people that are making you angry, those people that are getting you upset, those people, all of that, if you are allowing them to take you there, they have more control over your emotional side than you do. And so I had to develop that. And so now I watch myself. If I get mad, I might ease up, but then, I have to watch myself. And so that's very important. Counseling teaches you that, how you need to develop some middle ground there, and not go to 1,000. Listen. It's some people in prison right now because they went to 1,000.
And it might have been something simple, and
That's
it just
it.
that day
That's
might
it.
have been that tipping
That's
point.
it.
And I learned that in therapy, but then I also learned that at Comcast.
Wow.
I used to get cussed out so bad.
I heard about Comcast.
Oh,
I heard about Comcast.
and I was an unlicensed therapist at Comcast too.
Wow. Wow.
So, and I had to realize that they're not cussing me out as a person. My job has pissed them off.
Absolutely.
And it might have been the final straw right then.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I tried to, and I'm like you, control is the biggest thing for
It's
me.
the biggest thing. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's why it took me so long to go. I think I was 26 when I had Morgan. It took me till I was pregnant with Morgan to say,
Wow.
okay,
Wow. Wow.
you can't control this no
Wow.
more. You gotta
Wow.
go. Like you gotta go.
Yeah.
It's no way around it. Now the therapist, baby, if you worked at Comcast, you exactly know which therapist I'm talking about.
I sure heard about Comcast. Yeah.
Woo,
Yeah.
baby. I used to be in there. She'll try to play that sweet music. I'm like, ma'am, I am not for that today. do, do not play this.
Wow.
I
Wow.
am not for this today.
Wow.
But I think if I had included God in it, like I said before, things would be a lot better.
Sure, Chantre. Well, I don't know. Chantrell said, "Can we ask questions?" I said, "Sure," but
Listen,
this ain't my life. I'm
I
sorry.
don't mind.
I
Just
done
don't
took
have me down
control.
here
See,
looking slow. But
hey, you so crazy.
looking at the camera. But yes, y'all can ask questions. I don't care. It ain't that deep. We on the couch. We talking.
That's it. We're on the couch. Exactly. Exactly.
So if you gotta ask questions, let us know, and
Exactly.
one of us will answer it. But half of the time when I'm talking about mental health, I almost be about to cry because I want people to seek it. Like if you can't seek it for yourself, seek it for you. Make sure your kids don't keep adding on to generational issues. Because one thing the therapist taught me, and you back it up to see and let me know if you feel the same. You have to forgive the child in a person because that's what they're taught. Whatever it is, the issue that they're having, if they don't know how to communicate, 9 times out of 10, their parents shut them down when they was younger. So it's the kid in them that you gotta forgive and that you gotta talk to and that you have to understand, oh, this why you do this. This why you act like that. Okay.
It's the
So
truth. That's true.
when when you start forgiving the kid in them, that's where you start, and you start to understand, and you can grow that way. Yeah.
What helps me is to have the mindset of everybody wasn't raised like I was. That helps out. That helps you understand people. That helps you to be more patient with people. They help you love people, although they're not loving like you, although they're not reaching out or extending their love like you extend yours. But you have to understand that people when raised like y'all are raised from different households. One parent, two parent, however it is. There's a lady now that I know, been knowing her a long time, and so now she's dating a woman. She was dating a man for a long time and had kids by this man, and so now she's dating a woman, and so the woman is making her kids call her mommy and call her mate daddy, which is the female. So can you imagine with the kids having to grow up? They're first seeing mom and dad together. Now they're seeing two women together, and I'm not, and so now they are looking at the other woman, said, "You're dad, but you look like a female." So the mindset is just all over the place, and so we have to meet people where they are. I
Yeah.
mean, we just have to meet them where they are in order to help them get their healing. So yeah,
Okay, so the first question I saw was from Nat, and she was saying, "Can I love God and go to therapy too?"
you better,
I feel
you
like He
better,
created the
you
therapy.
bet. He's the chief counselor.
Hmm. Oh, okay.
He's the chief counselor. So yeah, he believes in therapy. He's the chief counselor. So yeah, you better. I said it on the last before it was mistakenly deleted. Anyway, I said it on the last live.
You couldn't even hear me for 10 minutes, so you know I probably did delete it. Don't do that.
Oh, I said it on the last live that I I'm an apostle, I'm a pastor, but I also have a counselor. I also talk to somebody. Where do the pastor goes when he needs help? Where do the therapist goes when they need help? And so that's where we are with that. Mental health is real. I don't know I don't know why we have such, well, I do know why we have such a negative connotation about counseling, but listen, it's needed. It helps. I feel better. You feel better whenever you go. I mean, it's needed. So yeah.
Okay, and the next one is, how do I deal with depression, anxiety when you're already burnt out with life and people? Now
Mm,
that's a good one. Cause baby,
that's a good one.
we be
That's a
trucking
good
trying to
one.
get
That's a
woo,
good one.
trying to get through.
That's a good
And
one. That's a good one. You go answer that, or you want me to answer that? Is that for me
I
or for you?
think that's for you, baby, because
That's for
I'm
me.
I'm with her. That's for
Okay.
you.
Cognitive, cognitive, mind, cognitive. That's the type of therapy I do. Cognitive counseling is a change of the mind. It helps you to understand that we do things based on how we feel or how we think, not how we feel, but how we think. We operate our lives based on how we think. So if we want to do better, we got to think better. Okay. Um, where do we go? Where do we go with that? I've changed, and I've changed my perspective on things, and this is going to help that question right here. I'm about to bless you. This is going to help that question. I have changed my perspective on things. So now I don't get friends to just hang out with. I don't get friends to just go out with. I don't get friends that's meaningless to me. Go out friends you can drink with. You can drink by yourself. You go out by yourself. No, you get cognitive friends. You get friends that's going to challenge your mind. You get friends that's going to I said it even as I was preaching, and y'all know even at Rehoboth. On some Sundays, it's like we're sitting on a couch and we're just talking and just just collabing on based off of each other. I love that. I love that about Rim because we can have a whole counseling session on Sunday morning at church. But the cognitive friends, you don't need nobody in your life that's not going to help you when you're depressed. That's not going to. You need somebody. If you're lying in the bed depressed and your room is dark, you need somebody that's gonna bust up in your room, open up the blinds, and say, "Get up." You come. You need somebody to challenge your mind. You need cognitive friends, somebody to challenge your mind. Stop getting all these friends because you can drink with them, you can have sex with them, you can party with them. No, that stuff is null and void. You need something to challenge your mind and to change your mindset. So that's the type of friends that we should get that'll help us a lot of things. Let me say this: a lot of times we're depressed because of the people we hang with. A lot of times we have anxiety because of the friends that we have. We're not carrying our own mess. We're carrying their stuff. They come to us with their stuff. They put us in their stuff. And now we have a lot on our mind because of them. No, no, we need cognitive friends. We need somebody that's going to challenge our mind. We need somebody that's going to say, hey, I think you need to sit down somewhere. We
Yeah.
need somebody when we're about to walk out of a relationship, say, hey, you need to, yeah, that's it. That's what we need. Latanya said she just shouted. Oh my God. We need that. Stop getting these BFFs because y'all can eat together on Sunday or go out on. No, you need cognitive friends. Somebody that's gonna challenge your mindset. I should be able to call you and say, hey, I ain't seen you in church in a while. How are you? Do you need me to come on? Do you know what do you need those type of friends in your life? So yeah. Did I answer that question correctly?
I feel you did. I hope you did.
Okay,
In my
okay,
book, I
okay.
feel you did. Now, also, um, I have noticed that when my life kind of get hectic, I do journal.
Hmm.
I got books all over the place in at
That
work.
helps. That helps.
Where if my mind, because I get to the point where I grind my teeth because I ain't let it loose.
I've talked to
So
somebody like that. Yeah.
I journal. It might be two paragraphs or it might be 2 pages, but it has gotten off my chest. And
Hmm.
also, I can look back in the journals from years ago, like when the
And
pandemic
see how
first started.
far.
Ooh, that too.
that that
That
that's one of the main reasons that helps when you look how far you have come.
yes. And when I'm burnt out, I listen to gospel music. I am a firm believer in it. And going to Rim help because it's certain songs that I trust in God.
Oh
That song
yeah.
you sing it every Sunday, so that plays in my mind a lot. And I mean like on repeat, like one of them songs that's on repeat in my mind. So I keep listening to that and I write. That's another way I deal with when I get into a depressed or I'm anxious about something. I do that.
And believe it or not, y'all would believe me. Yes, I'm the pastor and apostle, but I get depressed as well. I have to battle with depression. I have to battle with anxiety. My anxiety can be baby out of the roof sometimes. That's me. I do. And so I have to find ways to help out, help that working out, that exercise that helped me out. I put in my earphones and I go in, and sometimes I have to go to the men's locker room because I'm crying and snotting or whatever. So, but that's what I do. That's how I feel better. Man, when you dealing with all these folk issues and all these folk problems, you need something. You need some. You need. Everybody has a vice, and I say that all the time. Everybody has a vice. Those people that, I mean, some folk, you smoke weed. You roll up and you smoke weed. That's you. That ain't me. That's you. I mean, but everybody has their vice. Whether it's alcohol, or some of us edibles, whatever your vice is. That's your vice. That you use so you can get your healing. Listen, I don't care how you get it, just get it.
Okay, so someone says staying with the cognitive perspective
Hmm.
and based upon experience, how do you change your way of thinking when it relates to past trauma? How do you not let it seep in, especially when you see those you loved about to go down the same road?
Oh, that's good. It's gonna seep in. Sorry, it's gonna seep in. That's just something that we have to face. Those are I call them moments that we have to face. I wish we could escape them, but we're not robots. So again, journaling help with that. Reading the Word of God helps with that. Finding you a good. If I wasn't a pastor, okay, if I wasn't a pastor, I would join a church. Let me tell you what kind of church I joined. I would join a church and make sure my pastor was a counselor.
Mm,
I will not join a church where my pastor is not a counselor. I need counseling through the Word of God. I need therapy through the Word of God. If they're not a counselor and if they haven't had CPE, if they haven't had those type of units in their training and education, then they're going to come off as harsh to me. They're going to come off as a hammer instead of a scoop. No, I need somebody to preach with love, not preach with a hammer. You know what I mean? So I need if I had to find a church home. If I'm going to make sure my pastor first is a therapist, a licensed
yeah.
therapist, licensed counselor, because I want that to come out through biblical faith and through me reading the word and me hearing the word of God on Sunday morning. So yeah, help out with that. I mean, you're gonna go through those moments and you're gonna see people that you love going down the same road that maybe you went down. Try to talk to them. Not only that, prayer is one of the most therapeutic things you can do. Okay. Prayer, I put prayer up there with journaling because when
Okay.
you journal, most of the time journaling, you're writing down your prayers and you're writing down those moments that you talk to God about. That's what you're doing. And so prayer is one of those therapeutic moments that you can have with God. You can tell him anything. God, I'm tired. I'm sick of this. I'm sick. I'm sick of this. You can even go to him cussing and all that. Yep, you can. And just go to him ranting. And I
God know your
guarantee you,
heart. He
yes,
know
he
your
does.
heart.
He does. I guarantee you, when you get up, you're going to feel better. That's just the type of therapist he is. You're going to feel better. So, even with that, with those family members or those friends going down those wrong paths, pray for them. Ask God to give you a way that you can minister to them. Ask God for you to open up a door so you can talk to them. A lot of times when people going down the wrong path, they don't want to be talked to. They don't want to be coached or you listen. So ask God for that. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so hmm. So basically, the prayer. I know prayer works.
Hmm.
Is it a certain way they should pray? Pray, cause sometimes I feel like I'm not praying good enough.
Mm-mm. No certain way.
Okay.
Prayer, you don't have a checklist when it come to prayer. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
God don't say, okay, did you open up with our Father? Okay, did you say daily bread to check? Okay, did you say in the name of Jesus and check? No, we don't have and I like that about God. You know what I mean? The Catholics pray their way, the Baptists pray their way, the Methodists pray their way, the Presbyterians pray their way. We don't have a checklist on how we should pray. Just pray. We pray just like I'm talking to you, just like you talking to me. That's how I talk to God. I said, God, look. This I said, look, I ain't got time for this, God. I don't know what you're doing in my life. I don't know where you got me.
You out here
It feel like I'm going in
playing.
circles. Look now, what you gonna do? You got to do something. I'm serious. That's how I talk. If you want me to give up this on this, that, you got to show me. You got to bless me. If not, I'm gonna keep on doing it. Now, God, you got to do something.
Ooh.
That's how I talk to him. That's it. That's it.
Oh, you playing there. You out here playing and I'm out here trying to do right. And what is this? What is this? What you got going on?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
now the next question is, how do you learn to say no? Most of my anxiety come from saying yes. Can I answer real quick?
Yes, you can.
No, baby. Flat out no. If you know in the end it's gonna cause you anxiety, because to be honest with you, from the beginning you don't want to do it. And I'm not doing
That's the
nothing.
key.
I don't want to do it, so it's a no. It's a no for me. Flat out no. Say I'm mean or whatever you gotta say. No. If I want to do it, I'll help you. I'm not even volunteering unless I really really want to do it. But you can add on, but it's just no. If no kicks in your head, no is what needs to come out.
I hate confrontation. Okay. Let me tell you what I mean. That's my personality. I hate confrontation. I was that person that couldn't say no. Okay. I could not say no. I could not. So I would say, hey, can you do this? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. Yes. And so what I did was I got tired of people using me.
Mm.
I got tired of people using me only when they needed me. And when I needed them, they were nowhere to be found. I had to I had to look at myself as better than I was looking at myself before. I had to realize, hey, I'm I ain't gonna say what I ain't gonna say what I just said I'm the stuff. I just use that word. We on this live here. We on the couch talking. And so I had to look at you. You have to really look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm the stuff. No, they ain't finna use me. They're not finna. No, I'm not coming. And that's what really developed my no. What really developed my no in me was for me to realize I'm better than this.
You
I'm
bigger
better than
than
this.
you better
Yeah,
than the
yeah.
anxiety that come. And I'm
Come
with it.
on. Come on.
Take it up with God if I don't
You
come.
better take it up with God. That's it,
I'm not
baby.
coming.
That's
If
it.
I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it.
Yep.
You feel however you
That's
feel. It's a
it.
no.
Yep.
But I had to learn that early in life because most of the time the people you saying yes to are the people that's using you.
And I have to say, family is your biggest. Family is your big. Listen,
I just knew you were finna cuss.
she's how I do.
We're like, oh, not on the line, not on this. What the hell? We
Family
discussed
is
this
your
the other
biggest.
day.
I'm serious. They're your biggest because listen. They feel like they definitely could use you because you they cousins or you the uncle or you the bro. No, I don't care who you are. No is no. You're not about to mess up my. I don't care if you are my sister or my. No. I'm not doing. I'm not coming. No, I can't. I don't have money to loan to you. No, I don't have it. But I see you going out to dinner. Yes, it's for
That's your
me.
money.
I don't have it for
That's
you.
your money. Go where
Exactly.
you want to go.
Exactly.
You work.
Exactly.
You work for it, right? Oh,
Absolutely.
okay. That's your.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I don't really have that problem with my siblings. But when I say no, they kind of accept it because they know we set boundaries, like
Hmm.
full boundaries. If I call my sister and she say no to something, I'm like, okay,
That's it. Exactly.
it is what it is. Okay, we're not gonna do that. But um, a lot of times, if you set boundaries, they won't even come to ask you no more.
Come on. You
You
free
leaving too much
yourself.
room
You
for
free
them to
yourself.
come.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Growing up, if my friend had kids, they know good and well I was the last one to call. Because I set the boundaries
That's
to
it.
let them
You got
know
to set it.
I was the last one to call. I watch your babies because I believe in that. I need you to
Hmm.
go to work so you can feed them. But baby, I'm the last one to call. You can call me now because I got one, but before I had Morgan, I definitely was the last one.
I
And they
understand that.
already knew that because I set boundaries and
Got to
they
set
respect
boundaries.
it. Yep.
That's the number one kicker there. Boundaries. You need that with your friends, family, church folk. I mean, you need boundaries. You need boundaries with yourself. Come on now, you need boundaries with yourself. So yeah, nope, you're not spending that to this week. Nope, you're not. You need boundaries with yourself. So, in order to get to the next level in your life, you got to have boundaries. There has to be boundaries. If you want to be successful at school, if you want to be successful at work, you have to have boundaries. Your
Okay.
life is not a 24-hour gas station. That's not your life. All right. You shut down at a certain time. You wake up at a certain time. You need boundaries in your life. We can't, y'all listen. I don't care if you save or not. You can't keep on letting folk use you. I don't know who needed to hear that. I listen. I don't know who needed that word, but you cannot continue to allow church folk or anybody else to use you, all right, without compensating you. Okay.
Hmm.
I say it all the time when they ask for me to come preach or sing or speak or do anything. My voice comes with an invoice. Let's
The price just went up. Okay.
she said, yeah, my voice comes with the invoice. So
And my price is my
if you
price.
want my voice there, then I need an invoice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
send you
the
one. But yeah.
hello. Uh, what are your thoughts about going no contact with people who bring down your mental health? Let me answer real quick.
Okay.
What you got to do, baby, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If that means blocking them, you send that prayer up to God and tell God to bless them, watch over them, and you go on with your life. Block them until you're ready to talk to them. If you still at the point when you think you're ready to talk to them and they still trigger you, block them again, baby. Do it again.
But first, before you block, though, there are some people, and you have to know what sign you are when it comes to oracle, whatever. But there are some people that's what they do. In order for them to handle their problems or their issues, they ghost people. Okay, that's okay. But conversations are a beast. Communication is a beast. Make sure before make sure you have you communicate with that person first. Y'all converse. Tell them, hey, you're going wrong in this area, or are you? I feel a certain way because you say this, or I felt a certain way because you did this. Have a conversation. Now, if they don't change it, you do what you got to do. But you have a conversation because you cannot continue to live your life just blocking folk. Whenever they make you mad, block them. Whenever they get on your nerve, block them. Whenever they cause anxiety, block them. I probably didn't know I was causing anxiety to you.
Oh no, I'll
I,
let you know. Oh, I do.
that's what I'm saying. You got to let me know. I probably didn't know I was crossing you the wrong way. All the thing I know now is I text you and my messages are green and they used to be blue. So what do I do?
And you don't have no Android, so you. Well, now
Exactly.
I used to have a bad problem of shutting down with everybody.
Hmm.
I cut everybody off. I wouldn't
That
care
ain't
nothing.
good. That ain't good.
And I realized that was why I was not farther along in certain areas.
Hmm.
Was because I
Yeah,
shut them off.
you
I
can't do that.
would care
Mm-mm.
everybody get cut off. Y'all
God
ain't doing nothing.
created us. We're not created to be an island. We're not created to be alone. That's not why we're created. God created us. He gave us arms so that we can reach. He gave us a mouth so we can talk. He created us for community. He created us for friends. He created us for value of relationships and things of that sort. That's why we're created. So we were always long for that. That single woman will always long to be married one day. That single man will always long to have this or have that, whatever, because we're created that way. With that being said, we cannot just ghost or block everybody or just run away from it. No, a lot of stuff that we go through, we got to face it. We got to face it. Face it. Stop trying to run from it. Face it. It's going to hurt. You're going to cry. You're going to cuss. You're going to spit. You're going to yell. But we're facing it. If you never face anything in your life and you keep running, then you'll never get far in your life, because you're going to find yourself back at the square one, facing that same issue that you could have killed or you could have handled back in 2020, but you didn't. You blocked everybody. You ran away from everybody. So now it's 2025 and you have that same issue.
Yes, that's where the cycles come
Yeah,
in. That's
absolutely.
where cycles come in. And it has to come a time, even with therapy, you have to realize that I'm tired of this cycle. So it's time to break it. It's time to break it. And Trina, I'm sorry, baby. I do apologize for doing this on your birthday. I do apologize.
Happy birthday, Trina. We apologize.
Trina,
It
it's
was some of
Trina's
my fault.
birthday.
Put it on me. Blame it on me. I'm the one gave her this time. This is the time I was available, Trina. So please forgive us, okay?
But I did have that real bad, and I tell my friends in a heartbeat, I'm trying not to shut down. I'm really trying. I'm really trying to stay open because I know that that's wrong. I know I shouldn't shut down. But some people I gave that choice to try to make things right, and they just couldn't. So I had to take it upon myself. And they might feel like I blocked them at the clear blue sky, but I told you stop
Yeah,
playing with me. I
absolutely,
told you stop
absolutely.
playing with me, and you kept playing. So hey, I had to go and go. But
Just
um,
be careful with that. You don't want to end up blocking your blessing. You don't want to end up unfriending your blessing. you,
that one no good. It
you,
was a blessing.
I'm just
Yeah.
no, I'm just speaking in general. You don't want to end up doing that to somebody that could have helped you get to the next level in your life, but because you could not face it,
Mm,
because you didn't have enough strength or enough knowledge to actually handle that situation that you're in, it caused you to block your Jonathan. Jonathan was sent to help David in
mm-hmm.
his life, and Jonathan was sent to get David from one place, from being a shepherd's boy to being a successful king. And I just believe that some instances the devil can really cause havoc in certain situations, and he knows our personality. He knows that we'll get mad and we'll just start blocking folk. And when we start blocking and ghosting folk, we done messed up and ghosted our Jonathan. We have ghosted we have blocked our Jonathan. And so now when it's time for us to be king, when it's time for us to move and you be queen, we don't know how to be king because we have blocked our Jonathan. The Jonathan will sit, I'm preaching, and we on the couch and I'm preaching. The Jonathan will sit in your life to help you to become a king, or to help you in the kingdom, so you can know how to be a king or how to be a queen. So you have to know that. You have to know that. So be very careful about that. Make sure God is telling you to do that. I'm real picky when it comes to blocking and things of that sort, because you don't know what you're doing. The Bible don't say anything about blocking. The Bible says be reconciled. Ugh, so
I
listen,
give you chances now.
I understand. How many chances do God give you? No, no, no. Talk to me. I'm talking to you. How many chances?
He
Oh,
give
let me
us
ask
a
you.
lot.
Oh, he
So
does.
I
Okay, so
forgive
so so when somebody so when somebody wrong you, how many times should you forgive them? Seven
no.
or 7 times 70?
7 times 7. Now I ain't got to that point in life where I'm deep in the Bible, but I do know that much now.
So but that's what I'm saying. We have to show people grace, man. Y'all
And see, that's
stop
what I
all
got to
that
work
blocking,
on.
stop all that go. We got to show folk grace. We got to. We're not always right. We don't say everything right. We ain't always been loyal. We have said something about our friends. We have talked about our friends to other friends. Give people grace. All
See,
right.
that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
working on
yeah,
giving the
yeah.
grace, 'cause, baby, I'll be ready to go. Okay. I'm
She
gonna
said,
let you.
okay.
Okay. All right. Let's
I
go.
be ready to go.
I be
And
ready
I do
to go.
too. I do too. I do too. And don't get me wrong, I do too. But at the end of the day, I keep seeing the word reconciliation. God never told us to go out there and block. He called us to be reconciled. So if we cannot pick up that phone and call that person, if that person is still alive, and say, hey, if I've done anything to you, I'm sorry. We got to get this together. I had a guy coming to my church, and he's married to they were well his wife was a member of the church, and something happened. I don't know what happened. All the thing I know, they weren't talking to me no more. They just weren't talking. They'll come, they joined another church, they'll come to church and they'll leave early, or they might throw up a hand. And I listen, this went on for I know two and a half, probably 3 years. I was preaching, and I heard God's voice says reconciliation. I just put my finger in my ear so I wouldn't hear his voice because I heard it. I'm just y'all don't like for me to be honest. I
I
just
love
because I heard it, and so I end up. I don't know if you were there that Sunday. I end up calling their name on the mic, but they had left, and so I said, "Good, they're gone." I got in my car and I heard God says
call.
reconciliation. Got my phone. I text the mama. I said, "Hey, what is their number?" And I called and I told them, "Hey, let's put all this under. I'm sorry. Why? Because I can't preach something I don't live. I can't preach something I don't live. I can't tell you about love and I'm hateful. I can't
True.
tell you to forgive somebody and I'm sitting there holding grudges. A lot of that depression comes from you holding stuff and won't let it go. A lot of that anxiety and that anger come from you holding stuff and won't let it go. Let that stuff go so you can be free. Let it go.
As
Stop
a
trying to get
bird.
them back. Stop that. Stop playing tit for tat. Stop trying to be petty. Let that stuff go. God can repay people way better than you can.
Sure can.
All right, I'm done. I don't know where they come from. Somebody must need to hear that. Hallelujah. Mm,
We on the couch, baby. Somebody
mm,
heard it.
mm,
Oh,
mm, mm, mm. My God. Yeah, they did you wrong. They did. They guilty. They did you wrong. They did. They did you wrong. But let it
let
go.
it
Let it
go.
go. Let it go. Yeah.
And I think another part of depression is control too. You trying to control what you feel like your life should be at. But we don't
Oh,
really
you
sit down.
preaching.
We don't really sit down and think about what we actually have. And
That's
it
so I told you I battle with depression at times.
uh-huh.
That's the side that I battle with.
The control part.
Yeah. Yeah.
It let me
Yeah.
tell you when I learned to be grateful for what I have. My car, what was it, 2 years ago? 2 or 3 years ago? My car went out. I spent a year and a half without a car. Do you tell me I'd be so glad when the car crank up? I I
Come on.
learned to be
Be
grateful
grateful.
then. And I realize sometimes when I am depressed, it's because I'm worrying about something that I should not be worrying about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still a learning process for me, but we can kind of help with our depression to where it might not last as long if we realize what we're grateful for. Like I'm grateful for my house, I'm grateful for my car, I'm grateful for Morgan, I'm grateful for everything that I have now because I went through that. You know what kind of
Mm-hmm.
setback that was to not have a car
Wow. Wow.
for a year and a half. Then when I finally get a car, I broke my ankle. So I had to
Wow.
sit down again. I had to sit down again. So when people ask me what's going, like what I'm about to do, I be like, look, I'm on God's timing, baby. He'll let me know
Amen.
when I need to do stuff
Amen.
again.
Yeah.
He set me down and I had to learn to be quiet, like to shut up and be
Mm-hmm.
quiet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had to learn to depend on people because I was the kind that would be quiet, wouldn't say nothing, and I go in my own little world. and to feel like I don't have to depend on nobody.
Nobody.
Knowing I need him, knowing I
Yeah,
need him, I would shut down and be like, you know what? Don't worry about it. You don't have to help me. We don't have to do this. We ain't
yeah,
gotta go back and forth about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
But I had to depend on my mama for a year and a half, but I'm grateful for the mama I do have because half of the stuff people say they mama do, mine definitely don't do.
Oh, Trina, that's good. I agree. She
Yeah,
said, I'm grateful
and
for the stuff I don't have. Oh,
because
that's
that what I
good.
don't have, also what I don't have is a blessing too, because maybe I'm not mentally ready for what I'm asking God for. You get what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not at the point to where I can be like, okay, God, you give me that 20, you give me 20 racks, I'm gonna make it do what it do. You, you might
You
not be
talk,
able to
you
do that.
talk, you talking good. You must have a good pastor.
No, he out
Cause
here. They
you
see
talking good.
they see listen.
You talking some good talk. Yeah, that's
I was
good. Yeah.
supposed to be in Rehoboth probably about 2, 3 years ago, but I fought that too.
Wow. Wow.
I fought
Wow.
that too. And
Wow.
what I like about Rim is sometimes everybody is in their own little world
Mm-hmm.
talking to God, and I be like this because I didn't grow up like that.
Yeah.
I grew up in a traditional
Right.
Baptist church.
Right. Uh-huh.
We're gonna sing these hymnals. I'm gonna get
Uh-huh.
up here. I don't know about all that speaking in tongue,
Yeah.
baby. You might have
Yeah.
to get on up out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I be like, oh my God. But I want Morgan to see that there's a difference
Yeah.
in it. I need him to, because we don't know what the world is gonna be like, and tradition is really is about to be out the door.
Absolutely. I agree.
So if COVID didn't wake people up, it should have because it's tradition is about to go.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is not gonna. I can't sit there and do that. I remember the Easter before I came to y'all. I cried the whole church service. I didn't come down on my crying until maybe August.
Wow.
So I would be in the back of the
Wow.
church just crying, and I might not be up doing all the dancing, but one thing I can say, y'all allow people to do what they do. If
Absolutely.
I don't want to get up and
Absolutely.
dance, I'm not gonna get up and dance.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I didn't stop crying until probably about August. And it wasn't until a couple of weeks ago that I really, it was when you talked about the Holy Ghost, to when I really kind of started learning what I should have learned back then, but I couldn't learn because it was too traditional. It wasn't breaking
Mm-hmm.
it down like you do now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like, maybe you should have incorporated God in your therapy. You probably would have been further along. And when you said make sure he's a counselor, yes, I need to be able to have a one on one with you, and I need to have a one on one with God while I'm in church. Because in the midst of when y'all are doing everything that y'all do, I be back there praying. I be back there thinking like, girl, you done came a long way.
Yeah.
Woo, girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and like even though I don't think Morgan paying attention, he be back there paying attention.
He paying attention. Morgan is paying it. And Morgan love his pastor. You hear me?
Morgan be back there paying
He
attention.
paying
And
attention. Yep.
just so, when you tell me you be crying out, what I tell you, it's okay.
Wow.
It's okay. Like
Wow.
me and my coworker, and I really think God set us beside each other for a reason. I told her, if you ever need to cry back here, you cry. You let that out. I don't care nothing about it. If you don't want me to hear you crying, I put my headset on and I listen to something else.
Yeah.
But you cry, you let it out. But
That's another one that she made a comment. Let me she made a you need to do a live with her. You see T Nicole
uh
Spies? You see
okay.
make sure y'all inbox app. She's a beast. She's a beast.
Okay.
I was going to plan something even at Rehoboth like a panel and have her on. She's a unique.
Okay. I'm gonna get at
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
So
yeah,
don't be
yeah.
shy. Look, answer my inbox, okay?
I just and she gonna get me because I just put on blast. But
But
shoot, I mean it is what
we
it
need to
is.
know. We need to
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
People need to
yeah.
know who to go to, and that's the whole purpose of this. I want them to know there is somebody out there for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
one time I cried at the altar and you saw it. And you sent um Elder Felicia over to
Hmm.
pray over me. And that helped out a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, that helped out a lot.
I don't remember that, but okay.
I do, baby.
Okay.
I do. I
Okay.
do. But
Oh, she said thanks. She sure will. Okay, she
okay.
responded. Okay.
Yeah, I might be in your spam because you don't know me, but
Right, might be in the
I,
spam. So yeah. But she's
I'm
good.
not trying to scam you.
Y'all will have a lasting relationship. She's good. I've been meaning to. I've been just so busy. I've been meaning to reach out to her. But yeah. You got another question for me? You got one more question for me? How many questions you got for me?
Baby, we didn't talk so much.
Have
We
we
done went
talked
off them
about
quick.
it?
we done, we done
Y'all
answered
got
all the questions.
those who watching, y'all got one more question for me before we get off this live. Y'all got one more question for me. One more question. I have an appointment at 7:30. It's 7:32. It's fine because I'm going to they can't have an appointment until the appointment starter gets there anyway. So you
Oh,
know. So somebody give me another question. Any question.
does
Those
anybody?
who are watching, y'all can listen. We have church every Sunday at 9 and 11. So this live, sitting on the couch, us talking about getting you healing, us talking about mental health, us talking about the negative stigmas of mental health, and the positive. Listen, my counselor therapist, her name is Nancy. Nancy lives in Nashville, Tennessee. I met Nancy probably about 3 years ago when I was at the VA. Um, she was my counselor then. I mean, my therapist then. So I talked to her. Today is Monday. I think it was last Monday. I think it was last Monday. I talked to her last. Oh, come on. She said, "I'm coming. Come on." See, this was a good
Uh
outreach right here. I know. I like that. But I talked to her last Monday, and I just thought about it because, again, I'm a pastor, but I have to talk. I have to talk to folk. I have to talk to somebody to release, and so that I can get healing. How can I share healing with others when I'm broken myself?
huh.
God has to make us whole in order to share the blessings of healing to others. Now, can we help other folk broken? Sure we can. There's a lot of people do that every Sunday. There's a lot of pastors do that every Sunday. But in order to introduce them to healing, that person, that healer has to be healed. Okay? I can't be broken and introduce somebody else to healing. That healer there has to be healed, him or herself. So yeah, that's my lasting, um, my lasting quotes.
I really
Yeah,
hope.
yeah.
Okay, somebody asked the name of your church, and nobody can tell about your church better than you because you have been the pastor there for 17 years.
Okay. Rehoboth International Ministries, 3209 Greenfield Road, Pearl, Mississippi, 39208. We have Sunday services every Sunday at 9 and 11 o'clock. Um, 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 we're on we are having a panel this Wednesday at 6 o'clock, and it'll be on live. But the panel is talking about what we're talking about now: mental health, and things of that sort. I even want to take this, and we can do another live, but I want to take it and sit on the stage at the church, and me and you, I want to do that. Can you ready for this? It's time. It's time for you to come up. You ready for this? Listen. You can't be a queen and not
Oh,
spread your wings and come on. It's time. It's time, baby.
woo, baby, one
Look,
day, one day we.
if y'all know anything about Pastor Bobby, I'm gonna push you.
Ooh,
I'm gonna push you to your
woo.
next level. I don't care who you are. My members can tell you I'm gonna push you. So yeah, it's time. So I'm gonna get with you. We're gonna do this, and we'll invite spies too, and we'll just have, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We'll do that.
Where is the Trina talking about pin the address. What the address is,
What
Trina?
address at Trina? Mm. Yes, look, Jayla Monique. Yes, yes. Let me know. Hit me up. Weezer here. Weezer here. Oh, yes, yes. She said we're gonna add Pastor Felicia too. So we have you there. We're gonna add spies. We're gonna add Pastor Felicia on, and we're gonna do that panel on the. This is gonna be good. I'm excited. Look at you. Look at you. I'm excited. And you're gonna sit there and you're gonna be the host. You're gonna host it. I'm not gonna host. You're gonna host it. You so get your questions together, get everything together. You're gonna do that.
All right.
All right. Thank
Okay.
y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for tonight. Tonight was good.
Okay.
Tonight was good.
I will
She
put
said
it
she
in
put
the.
it in the comments. Okay, put it in the comments.
Okay. And I'll ping it, however it go, baby. Whatever what
Okay.
term is.
Okay.
And I'll put it up there, y'all. Please come out and let me know when so I can make sure I take off early if I need to be there. Cause
I got you.
y'all be starting kind of early on Wednesday.
I got I'm looking at to do this. You better know it, Suge. Monica Jeffers. I'm looking to do this probably on another night other than Wednesday. So we'll get
Okay.
together on that. Okay. Okay, we can. My mama said I want to be on. Yes, we can. Let's do it.
Oh,
We'll do it. She
I'm
said,
ready to.
ooh, you ready now?
You
She
be
ready
putting
now.
stuff back there. Oh, we
She
be
said,
having our
ooh,
discussions back
you
there.
ready now? Yeah. So we'll get together and we want to do it soon. So we'll get together on that.
Okay, y'all. This has been a delight. Like, seriously, I was kind of nervous, and I really and truly hope this reached the right person. It will be on
Absolutely.
my page for 30 days. I don't know if I can go back and
And I'm gonna
make it
share
stay.
it to my
Yeah.
page as well.
So
Okay. Let me see. Can I share it now?
I'm
Yeah.
glad y'all came on and y'all listened and y'all talked to me and y'all heard me. I've tried to be as transparent as possible. And some people, I know the people from my church, like I didn't even know she talked that much, but hey, baby, I do. I just be in church trying to learn, so I'll be quiet. But yes, thank you very much. I hope everybody experienced what I experience every Sunday.
Absolutely.
So, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for being a part of it. And I'm going to reach out to your friend and see what we can set up to.
Okay. Okay. And when you do, ask her days through the week, what she's most available. So and then give those days to me and we'll get together on it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey Monica dear, love you, baby.
Bye,
Love y'all.
y'all.
All right.